drops.
I will make content though.
But you wouldn't
I will
upload
not
it.
post it because I feel like it wasn't good enough.
Then
The issue is, I know I wanted a better life, but I just didn't know how to get there. So what did I decide to do? I decided to research because I was tired of living the way I was living.
I just lacked confidence in myself. And then I was finding an excuse to explain why I wasn't good enough like the other people.
Yeah. It's crazy how life throws you in the deep end and all of a sudden you're experiencing things that you never believed in a million years you'd be experiencing so quick. Okay, let me break this down for you. So we own a production company and we've been asked to fly to South Africa to film an amazing talent called Shiloh. So we're going to be in Cape Town for a week. The thing is, I didn't just get here overnight. This has been in the works for a long period of time. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how this experience was able to come to life. There's one thing about me, I like flights, but I do not like long flights. So we had to get a connecting flight to Addis Ababa before actually getting to Cape Town. But for some reason, this experience was different and I really enjoyed the fact that it was long.
You keep telling yourself you have no time, you have no opportunity, you work 5 days a week, so I'll have to rest on the weekend. Rest on the weekend? Come on, please. I genuinely would not advise you to do that. You keep saying to yourself, I'm going to start next year, I'm going to start when the time is right. Time is right. What the hell is this place? I am currently here in South Africa and I genuinely don't know how I got here. So the main key here is that I'm able to explore opportunities like this because I started what I could have started a long time ago and I don't know why I didn't start when I started. What did I just say? That didn't make sense. But you get what I mean. I'm basically here because I started something I was afraid to do. So there's two things now on my mind. Either to go down the stairs like a normal human being or jump down. This is what I have to do for you guys. Cramps.
Before we start with the reason you're here, let me just show you how we were living for a week. I'm not just going to sit here and tell you this is how I live my life every day, because can someone explain to me why we have a chef?
I knew I always wanted to travel the world. I just didn't know how I was going to achieve that. I always wanted to be involved in what the greatest human beings in the world were doing. The issue is, I know I wanted a better life, but I just didn't know how to get there. So what did I decide to do? I decided to research because I was tired of living the way I was living. I researched and studied on how to become a better human being. Like, I just wanted more for myself. Okay, I didn't study because I don't like to read up until this day. So I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I literally saw myself at a point where I couldn't take it anymore.
So I decided to learn a profitable skill, which was creating videos on the internet. It might sound strange and weird, but to me, that was my way out of the hood.
Is just healthy and is just healthy. It's just yogurt.
Charlie likes food too.
What do you say?
You like food too?
No, I do, but I always calculate my calories so I don't go ahead above it.
First. Shiloh here is making a bit of, I don't know what this is. So if you can come on, please explain to us
Right.
so we can understand.
You can call this a parfait bowl, but I just like to call it a yogurt granola fruit bowl.
Okay.
So we have plain yogurt. You could have gotten like sweetened or vanilla, but plain because we don't know what everybody likes.
Okay.
Plain yogurt and apple, grapes and granola. Oh yeah, you asked me before. She asked me before.
My bad. Damn, well, give me a break.
Yeah, so on my path to actually finding myself, I started a lot of side hustles, and the only one that actually stuck with me was content creation. I've done stock trading, I've done Amazon FBA, I've done drop shipping, I've literally every side hustle you can think of, I've literally done. But the one that actually stuck with me and the one I stuck with was creating content. In my journey of trying to start, I let the fear of a lot of things hold me back. I let the fear of what my friends would think, what my family would think, what people around me would think. I even let the fear of not being good enough hold me back, because I'm starting something new. I'm not supposed to be good at it, but why am I letting the fear of not being good enough hold me back from starting? So the issue now is, what is that fear that's holding you back? I feel like it's the most stupid things that hold us back from actually, starting that thing we've always wanted to start. Here's the thing, before you start, you don't have to be great, you just have to be good and consistent. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be good enough for people to think you're the best.
This experience and trip for me was very crucial in opening my eyes to things that I didn't even know were out there. Me just being around creatives was very inspirational, and I was motivated to, cook. It's day 2 today, and we're going to be filming Shiloh. If you don't know who Shiloh is, I'm telling you for a fact now, this is an amazing talent. Her voice is insane. So if you don't know who she is, I'm literally putting you on right now, and I don't want you to regret this in the next 3 or 4 years.
The fight is war without weapons. And I won't let it, I won't let it. And there were so many regrets. Now another one.
Essentially, what I'm trying to communicate to you is that starting is probably one of the hardest things you'd ever do in your life. Starting anything, because you're going into a territory you have no clue, you have no idea, you have no steps. But the issue is, this is the hardest part of the journey, and once you're past that phase, that's it, you're gone. You never truly know what you're capable of until you actually start, because this allows you to tap into your hidden talent. You discover new skills and you start to realize things you didn't even know you had. Dreams will remain dreams until you actually take the first steps. Ideas will remain ideas in their own world until you actually execute them. Thinking about something and actually doing it are two different things. What sets majority of people apart are the people that have the ideas and execute it, and the people that have the ideas and claim someone stole the idea. Executing whatever idea you have is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. And each time you start something and you see it through, trust me, your self-confidence and self-belief goes through the roof. If this is not your sign to start that thing you've always wanted to start, unfortunately, I can't even help you.
I just lacked confidence in myself, and then I was finding an excuse to explain why I wasn't good enough like the other people.
Yeah.
My first excuse I remember vividly was, I don't have the camera. I was using an Android phone. I would make content though,
but you wouldn't
I would
upload
not
it.
post it because I feel like it wasn't good enough.
Enough.
And it kept going and going. And then the next excuse was, my room isn't the right color. They got me
Fair.
that
So your
for
parents
about
even
5
invested
different
in it?
colors. Yeah. While I was busy complaining that I didn't have this, I didn't have that, the people that started at the same level that I was at the time already had everything now. Have I ever watched somebody's content that is genuinely funny and I say, oh, their room is the wrong color?
Bruh.
So who would think about that with me?
That's deep.
But I'd already wasted my time thinking
deep.
that about myself.
Focus on the wrong things.
I'm always looking at the content is funny.